Time flies by fast, so they say. You never realize how fast time can go till you actually stop to look around. But how many times do we actually stop to do that? The world doesn't slow down and the planet doesn't stop spinning. We work, we indulge, and we fall asleep. The next day we do it all over again. In between our birth and death we meet people. If we are lucky we make some good friends that stick by our sides through thick and thin. But if we are truly lucky then we meet someone we want to spend the rest of our lives with. We want to settle down and make a family together. Some people can live an entire lifetime and never find that one person. Then there are times when we do meet that person and let them get away. We may never realize that person got away till our life comes to an end. But sometimes you are lucky enough to realize they got away and it's not too late to mend that relationship. It's not easy to realize that person got away, because first you need to slow down and realize they got away. That sounds easy, but it's not. Our minds are always racing and busy with other things. Whether it be with work, to make those hours and pay all our bills on time. Or your career and finishing the projects on time and progressing your way up the corporate ladder. Then again our minds are just busy with the everyday struggles of life from day to day. So with all that, how much time do we have to slow down and actually think? It seems almost impossible to do so, but one day it may be possible to do that. Is it today that I slowed down time? No. I got out of work late and I'm going to take a shower, drink a beer, eat supper and go to sleep. Tomorrow is a longer day and I need some rest. The next day is the same as any other day. Get up and go to work, deal with crap and go home. Hell, I might as well be a fortune teller and tell everyone I can see the future. Today did start off different from other days. First off, my coffee machine stopped working. Great, now I have to go down to the coffee house and spend $10 on a cup of coffee. The coffee house isn't too far from my apartment. No, it's not too far out of the way. In fact, I pass by it every day to work. I just hate having to stand in line and wait. Also, the price tag doesn't sit too well with me. Oh well, I get dressed and head out the door. Here we go, I think to myself as I walk through the door of the coffee house. Imagine that, a long line, who would have guessed it? At least they have televisions to pass the time. I would get on my phone, but I hate being in public and looking down on my screen. Let's see what's on the television. Of course, the news channel. Oh look, they are playing their favorite shows. As usual, more dead and war is on the horizon. Nothing like having doom and gloom to start your day. This line is long and it hardly seems like it's moving. I looked back up at the two televisions and see what is going on. On one television the person is telling me the planet is warming up before a new ice age. The other TV is telling me there is a 30% chance of nuclear war followed by fallout. I wonder what the weather is going to be like today? Finally the line starts moving. Out of the corner of my eye I see something, or rather someone, that catches my eye. It can't be, I think to myself. I try not to stare, but then I finally recognize the face. Lucy, my mind tells me. Is that her? It's been a long time, I'm not sure. Should I go say hi? No, what if it's not her? Then I would be embarrassed. I finally get to order my coffee. Oh look, it's my neighbor working the register. We make small talk as my coffee is being made. I casually ask if he knew that woman in the black dress and brown coats. He confirmed what I thought, it was Lucy. Not only that, but she is a regular here. Imagine that, I thought to myself. I got my coffee and walked to work. I couldn't help but think of her my entire walk to work. As work was going by I couldn't help but think of her. I remember the first time we met. I was at the local pub with my coworkers. I went over to the bar to get a drink for my buddies and me, and she was there sitting with her friend. She caught my eye. I struck up a conversation and we exchanged phone numbers before the night was over. Simpler times back then, I thought to myself. The next day I called her and we met for lunch. The lunch went well and that led to dinner. From there we talked all night. We got to know each other and found out we had a lot in common. I remember that was the closest I had ever connected with anyone before. I snapped back to reality and it is lunchtime. I eat lunch in our corporate lunch room with my other coworkers. Johnny, my good friend, asked what's on my mind. He tells me I looked off all morning. I tell him about how the morning went and seeing Lucy at the coffee house. He told me, isn't that something? Looks like it was meant to be. I looked at him with a weird look and asked what he means. He explains to me that what are the chances of my coffee machine dying on this particular day? I pass by the coffee house every day and not once have I ever stepped in or seen her leave. Then he tells me it's like destiny. After all this time here you're seeing her once again. I laughed at what he said and told him he is full of himself. Lunch is over and it is back to work. I glance over to the television and the same old darn crap. War is coming, they say. I don't have time for war, only work. After all, being a building engineer is a consuming job. The day presses by and all I think of is her. Never have I been so distracted from my work before. I didn't realize she would be in my head all day. We were together for a little over a year. We were both going to college, not the same school, but at the same time. I was going for my engineering degree, while she was pursuing a degree in business and management. The both of us were focused on our career and wanted to make it to the top of our professions. We were hungry and ambitious. My day finally came to an end. Although I feel like I didn't get much work done. I walked back to my apartment and past the coffee house. Damn, I can't believe she is still on my mind. I get home and like every day I shower, then I grab a drink. I put in a frozen dish in the oven and wait for my supper to cook. But she is still in my head. Today was not like any other day I have had. But why am I thinking of her so much? Heck, it's been a long time since we were together, or was it? Let's see, I'm 20 now. No, I'm not 20. I'm 32 right now. 20 was how old I was when I first met her. I was just over 21 when we separated. Oh man, it's been that long. Now that I think about it, I haven't been in a meaningful relationship since her. Heck, it's been all work and no play. Sure, I meet someone here and there, but no one I would want to settle with. After seeing her today, I think to myself just how much she meant to me. She was the one I could see myself getting old with. Damn, it's taking me that long to realize it. I need to meet her again. Maybe by some chance, she still feels the way I feel right now. Tomorrow I'll stop by the coffee house again, only this time I'll go up to her and start a conversation. Oh boy, do I feel nervous. I haven't felt this way in a very long time. I should be getting some sleep so I can feel rested. One last glance at the television and the same old news. I wake up a little earlier than usual. I figured if I wake up at my usual time then I will miss her. I wash up and get dressed and think about what I'm going to say and do. I can't think of anything good to say without sounding like an idiot. Oh well, I'm sure the words will come to me once I see her. I walk out my apartment and head down to the coffee house. I look through the window and see her in line. I figure I'll wait out here and casually run into her. My stomach is tangled in knots and I think I'm sweating, as I wait for her to exit the coffee house. She gets her coffee and is about to exit the coffee house. Here we go. Oh man, do I feel nervous. It's okay, I got this. Here she comes out the door. As she walked out the door I passed by her and stopped. We see eye to eye and she stops in place as well. Well, at least she recognizes me. After nearly 12 years she still looks the same. I wonder how I look to her? It's been so long, yet it only feels like yesterday since we last spoke. Lucy, is that you? I ask. Oh my God, Dan. How long has it been? She asked as we embrace with a hug. It's been too long. How have you been? I asked her. I'm doing good. Just working and getting by, she tells me. Yeah, I hear you, same here. If you're not too busy, maybe we can catch up sometime, I asked her nervously. Yeah. I would like that. Here's my number, call or text me and we'll get together, she tells me with a smile. A short conversation that could lead to something long-term. At least I hope so. I was nervous as heck, but it worked out well. Yes, it went very well. Now I hope it can lead to something more. I have never thought of any of this before. But now it feels like something that I need. I didn't realize that half the morning had passed. All I could think about was what to say once I call her. What do I say to her? I'm not sure what to talk about or if I should bring up our past. Yeah, our past. Not everything was sunshine and rainbows in our past relationship. Damn, I had forgotten what had happened till now. Towards the end of our relationship things got a little rocky. We started to argue more than usual. Studying and part-time work seemed to take priority over our relationship. I remember her telling me she wanted my attention, but I didn't pay attention to what she said. I was too busy. The only time I wasn't busy was when I begged her to stay after she left my apartment. We didn't speak after that. It felt like a blur then. I was too busy trying to graduate with honors that it didn't faze me. It only seems like now that I feel empty inside. After all this time, not once had I thought about it or felt anything about that day. It's lunchtime here in our office. Instead of regular lunch, our president and safety department wanted to hold a presentation. This isn't unusual, they have done it before for holiday events, but we are in the middle of June and no holidays are nearby. We eat our lunch as they speak to us about safety and shelter in the event of a missile or nuclear attack. Damn, here we go, everyone being paranoid. It's not bad enough that it's all over the news, but now here at work. Give me a break, nothing is going to happen. All this is being blown out of proportion. Besides, I have better things to think about. More in particular Lucy. I look forward to calling her once this day ends. Damn, when is this date going to end? These damn pointless meetings are making me insane. The meeting is finally over and I get back to work. The day passes by fast and I head home. Now I think to myself, how do I go about talking to her? Maybe I should say hi first. Maybe then I should apologize for the past. I don't know, one thing is for sure, I shouldn't overthink this. I'll just let the words come through naturally and not stumble. I'm kind of interested as to what she has to say. I wash up after getting home and I eat a snack and check the time. It's just after 6 p.m. I sit on my couch and grab my phone. Now or never, I tell myself. I dial her number and the phone rings. With each ring I feel a knot in my stomach. After 3 rings I hear her say hello. The nerves go away and I struggle out my words as we have a conversation. A simple conversation that lasted over 2 hours. We didn't even realize how much time we spent talking. We laughed and talked about all that we had accomplished at our work. It appears we both succeeded in our career goals. The only price we paid was a social life. She told me she hadn't had any meaningful relationships since the two of us separated. I told her I was sorry for what had happened back then. She told me not to worry about it, that it was probably for the best. I told her we should go out on a date and reconnect with each other. When I said that, I felt like I shouldn't have. I think I made myself feel desperate and it might scare her away. To my surprise, she said yes. She told me we should get together tomorrow and talk in person. I told her I had work, but we could meet afterward. She asked if I worked on Saturdays? Damn, I didn't realize it was the weekend. She told me to meet her in the park tomorrow at noon. I told her I would see her then. I took a shower and laid in bed. Here it was, a second chance with the only person I had ever loved. It almost felt unreal. I hope she feels the same way I do. I have spent all my life working and putting the company's needs in front of my own. But I don't want to do that anymore. I want to settle down, I want to feel love and comfort. Only she can offer me that. I woke up and washed up. I'm not nervous but giddy about today. I don't think I have ever felt this way. I must admit, it feels good. I don't know how today will go, whether it leads to a joyful beginning or a painful nowhere. But at least we're giving it a shot. At least we can say we tried to make it work. I hope this day goes well. It's almost noontime, I should be leaving. The park is only 10 minutes away from my apartment. As I walk out the door, the television has a special announcement. War is imminent and there is a inbound. Who cares, I say as I turn off the television. Nothing is going to interrupt my day. Today is our day, I can feel the future ahead of me. I can see a bright future ahead for the both of us. It's noontime as I arrive at the park. I look around and there is the usual group of people here during this time. In front of me is Lucy standing by the fountain. We smile at each other as I walk to her. It's hot today, the kind of heat that makes your skin bubble. I look off to my right side and see a younger man with his dog. I remember that, being in my younger 20s and having a dog as my best friend. I look over to my left side and see an older couple holding hands. They must have been in their 60s, looking like they're still in love today as they first did many years ago. Maybe that will be us one of these days. I look ahead and see her hair flowing through the air. Beautiful, I tell myself. Did I mention how hot it is today? This heat makes my skin peel off. But that doesn't matter, no, not now. Another glance to my right and I see a couple with a newborn baby. How wonderful, I think to myself. A birth of a new life and two people who love each other and their baby. Can that be us one day? On my left I see another elderly couple sitting on a bench. They were all smiles as their grandchildren blew bubbles into the air. It seems as if though I'm seeing the world through different eyes. But it's her eyes that take my breath away as I get closer to her. There is a bright flash of light off to the distance, the kind that makes you go blind if you look at it. But I don't look at it, no, I was too focused in on my love. The wind has picked up as the heat tears my skin away. As I get ever so close to her, I see to my right side a middle-aged father embracing his wife and child. The wife and child seem to be in fear, but I can hear him tell them it will be all right. The man clutches his family and smiles. I can feel the love he has for his family. What an emotion I wish I could experience. Off to the left I see another family in fear. A lady with two younger daughters along with her dad. The lady wears a gold star as she holds her daughters close to her body, as she kneels down. Her dad stands over the three and tells them he loves them all. I feel a tear run down my face. I'm a footstep away from the only woman I have ever loved. So much time has passed by and here we are. Through devastating winds and immense heat, I find my way to her. We lean to each other to give a kiss. The smell of rotting flesh grips our nose before our noses are ripped off. Nothing will stop us from one more kiss, not even that mushroom cloud that appears over the skyline.
Thank you for stopping by and listening. Please, like, share and subscribe. Also please leave a comment. Once again thank you and we'll see you next week.